It's D-Lo 404. So shout out to the LDBC. Welcome back to the channel, to my subscribers. Welcome back to repeat viewers. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you're feeling the content, please like, share, comment. What I want to talk about is people who are anti-LDBC who can't stop talking about the LDBC on their videos. And without talking about the LDBC or trying to go against whatever the LDBC is talking about at that moment, they wouldn't have anything to talk about on YouTube as it pertains to boxing. One thing I've noticed, these guys can put up videos, even the ones that don't mention LDBC in their title. They'll come on their videos and they'll start talking, and then next thing you know, at some point or another, the conversation shifts toward the LDBC, what the LDBC is talking about, making accusations like the LDBC is a cult, the LDBC is biased, the LDBC is this, the LDBC is that. And it just, for myself, it begs the question, if you guys are so concerned with the LDBC and what the LDBC has going on, what do you actually have going on? You know, do you have anything of substance to talk about if you can't mention the LDBC in your videos? You know, and I think that's a fair question, just based on what they're putting out there. You know, my thing is this: if your position is something, no matter what that is, if you stand on a position and that's what you truly want to stand on or stand for, then you should be able to do that without having to use someone else's name to quote unquote catapult what you're talking about, or to try to, you know, use that to push what you're trying to push. I mean, and that's kind of where I'm coming from with this. You know, it's like, you know, if I say red is my favorite color, or I say green is my favorite color, and you want to get on, and I get on a video and I talk about how wonderful green is, and how, you know, it makes everything look better. If you go on your video and you're talking about blue being your favorite color, then you should be able to make a video talking about blue and all the wonders of the color blue without talking down on the color green. But it's as if these people aren't equipped with what it takes to put out a credible video and speak facts to support what their topic is, or to support what their position is, without first, or at some point during that discussion, having to criticize what the LDBC is doing. And it's almost as if they don't even know how to put out videos without first seeing what the LDBC is talking about. You know, like I said, if your position is something, you should be able to push your position without having to put someone else's position down. You should be able to push whatever you're trying to talk about without first having to delve into what someone else is talking about to basically try to discredit what they're saying, or to, you know, or to get support from other people who feel the same way. You know, it's almost like one of those things where, you know, if I wanted to go to a job interview, and my objective there is to sell that employer on why I'm a good employer, and I'm worth them making an investment in me as an employer, I shouldn't have to sell myself by going in there criticizing the people already working there for them and saying, hey, I can do this better than that person, and so forth and so on. Or I know this guy works there and I know he lays out of work a lot. Well, I wouldn't do that. Or to go in there and actually put down my previous employer or my current employer just for the sake of trying to build myself up. You know, if I'm going in there and I'm trying to sell myself or sell them on why I'm the right person for the job, then I should be able to do that without having to put anyone else down to make myself look good. I should be able to just go in there and just speak facts on what I stand for and what I'm about and what type of person I am, what type of employee I am. And that alone should be strong enough to sway them to give me an opportunity. So I mean, that's all I'm seeing with all these anti-LDBC videos, and it's almost like that's the popular thing to do. You know, is to go on there on YouTube, make videos, and just basically put down the LDBC, because you know there's a lot of haters already out there, and it's like, you know, people are doing this stuff just to get views. You know, even if they really feel that way, why is it that that's all you have to talk about, or in every topic of discussion you have to first put down the LDBC for the sake of trying to boost yourself? You know, I had a guy come to one of my videos, and he was actually giving me credit for putting up a good video, and you know, and I was like, man, he made some comments that I didn't agree with, but I just told him I appreciate his comment. And then next thing, you know, he says is, you know, maybe you should, you know, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but it's like, you know, I think you're a good job. Maybe you should disassociate yourself from the LDBC, because you're kind of backing yourself in a corner, boxing yourself in, so to speak. And I told him, you know, hey, I was LDBC from jump. I just wasn't putting out videos. I'm just in the comment section being supportive, doing super chats, so forth and so on. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna ride where I see the need to ride. You know, whether that's just standing solely on my own, or being part of an organization that I truly believe in and support, and think has some of the same beliefs and same objectives that I have. You know, what these people don't realize, LDBC is bigger than just putting out boxing videos and talking about, you know, fights, and talking about breakdowns of fights and breakdowns of fighters. You know, it's a community, it's an organization, is a brotherhood, so to speak. That's what I gather from it. So to get out and basically try to dissuade people from being a part of the LDBC, especially, you know, in light of, you know, certain things that are going on, where you got some people who were members of the LDBC or were supportive of LDBC, now coming out trying to sully up the name of the LDBC. Maybe that makes people think it's cool to come on videos of people who you know are members of LDBC to come out and try to tell them, hey man, I think you need to kick them to the curb and do your own thing, or come on over to this side, or whatever the case is. Hey, that may work with weak-minded individuals, but that's not going to work with someone who knows what they're doing, and they stand behind the things they say and behind the things they do and believe. You know, the reality is, no one owes anyone an explanation as to why they put out the videos they put out, why they support the people they support. You know, we're all supposed to be adults here. You know, I would think so, but who knows? Maybe some of these people are kids on these channels with some of the stuff they say and do. But my thinking is, we're all adults. We all have the right to support who we want to support, be a part of what we want to be a part of, put out the content that we want to put out. And if YouTube doesn't have a problem with it, then who are you guys in the comment section or on these other videos and other channels to tell someone what they should put out, who they should support, what they should stand for, and so forth and so on. So on that, I'm just going to say, if you subscribe to me and you really support me, I appreciate you, and I hope you continue to support me. If you come to my videos, show support, show some love, I really appreciate that. But if you're only coming to my videos to down talk the LDBC and try to dissuade me from continuing to be a part of the LDBC or to support the LDBC, then I have to say, you know, it's probably best that you go ahead and go support those who you really fully want to support, and don't halfway or pretend to support me just so that you can try to get some desired result out of having spent some time on my channel. You know, this is something I'm doing as basically a hobby, because I love to talk boxing. It isn't like, you know, everywhere you go you can find someone to talk boxing. I mean, I love boxing, I love talking boxing, and I talk boxing with just about anyone. I don't have to agree with you for us to talk boxing and have a good conversation. But at the end of the day, just because we have a disagreement, don't try to tell me what I should or should not be doing, because last time I checked my driver's license, that under 21 ain't on there anymore, and it's been gone for almost 20 years, so I'm not some little kid. I'm not someone that's out there trying to find their way in the world and searching for answers, this, that, and the other as to who I am. I know who I am as a man, and I know who I am as a YouTuber as well. But at the end of the day, with or without YouTube, I'm going to stand on my laurels as being, the person that I know I am and standing behind the things I stand behind. And, like it or love it, that's who I am. But as far as the content that's on my channel, as far as what I'm putting out, as far as who I support, you can feel how you want to feel about it. But at the end of the day, you can respect it or check it. I'm out.